We are going to get into all of tonight's action, but first we have to talk about the Republic of Ireland, seeing as we have John here. Well, overall, John, how have you found the role? You're in it quite a while now. You've obviously came in with Stephen Kenny, you had the interim manager spell, and now in there with Hamer. How are you finding it overall?
Yeah, listen, really enjoying it. The lads will tell you, being involved with the Irish team, if you're being successful and winning matches, that's very important, and you kind of can get a bit of momentum going. And I think at the minute that's what we've just kind of managed to do. When you look back to the last two games in March against Bulgaria, that was the key thing for us, to win the games, and then look forward to then finding out who the number one seed was going to be for the World Cup group, and then planning and prepping a little bit for the June friendlies as well. So lots to look forward to, hopefully, Aisling. Yeah,
when you look back at those March internationals, as you said, getting those 2 wins over Bulgaria, was it a good, positive camp?
Yeah, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to keep it as simple as possible. We'd obviously done plenty of homework on Bulgaria, but listen, it's up to the lads then to go produce it. There was very little game time or training time to prep the boys, so you're kind of giving them lots of information as quickly as possible. You're managing. Listen, we were missing some important players too, but some younger players stepped up and they're showing the qualities that we know they have.
Yeah, and not just the results, I think, from the public point of view as well. Such promising performances. Was that good to see from your point of things?
Yeah, listen, before every camp you're kind of keeping your fingers crossed with what players might be available, what players are really going to be important for certain games. But I think that the understanding that the group are getting now in terms of what the manager in particular is wanting to get across to the players and keep that simplicity going. And thankfully we were able to show that against Bulgaria.
And you have another window coming up now soon of friendlies against Senegal and Luxembourg as well. Yeah. And I suppose that's another chance for Hamer Hallgrimsson to get time with the players, because it is all still probably pretty new to him. He needs time to bed in, to get to know them.
Without a doubt, listen, it's the relationships that you get the chance to build. And obviously he's been working hard, getting out, seeing plenty of the players as well, getting to see them in their daily environments, seeing how they're coping with that, and then obviously that builds a bond and builds a trust, and hopefully that'll continue to increase, and all eyes will lead to, not to bypass June too quickly, but all eyes are looking forward to September as well.
Yeah, so September, the World Cup qualifications, that's when all that begins, and I think everybody wants to see Ireland back at a major tournament. That's what you want as well. Yeah. And I'm sure you just want to get to that point now where you have the players in, they're constantly improving, and you're seeing that growth in them. Yeah,
exactly. Listen, the players, they are up all around Europe, and it's a case of, it's just fingers crossed then when they get back to pre-season. Hopefully that goes well for them. The boys will tell you, if you have a fit pre-season, you're coming into the season then flying, and hopefully then 2 or 3 weeks later they're arriving in Dublin fit and healthy and raring to go.
Yeah, I've covered the League of Ireland over the last number of years, and I definitely have seen such a difference. You know, there's a real buzz about it now. I think you see, like, ticket sales are up. There's more people going out to the game. And Hamer himself, Hamer Hallgrimsson, the manager, he does be at a lot of the games, which is great to see. Do you think there is a chance that we could see a call-up for domestic players within the League of Ireland?
Yeah, without a doubt. Aisling, listen, the quality is there. It's shown in terms of, like you mentioned, the product is getting better and better. The attendances are getting better and better. But that's just natural. I think when the coverage around it, the personalities involved in the league as well are strong characters. So you're increasing all that around it. And ultimately, you know, there's going to be more eyes on the league. And if a player is going to help us qualify, no matter where they're playing, they're going to be involved, and hopefully that'll be the case.
Yeah, and I think, lads, as well, you've seen the likes of Mates Amelia. You know, he's obviously signed up now with Tottenham. He's not 18 yet, so he won't be able to go over until the 2026 season. But the fact that you're seeing these talents coming through now, Michael Noonan, the youngest goal scorer in Europe, like, there's all this excitement around the league, Gary.
There should be as well for any young player. That's the ultimate dream when you start kicking the boys to represent Ireland. And that should be always the aim for these lads. And if the staff, the management are saying to him, listen, if you're good enough, you'll get picked. That's all you can hope for. And it's up to you then to get your head down and really try and improve all the time. So there is emerging players from the domestic league. There's emerging players even at the highest in the Premier League with the likes of Jake O'Brien, which is exciting. So it looks like there's some real depth coming into the Ireland squad, some new energy, some new blood. And it's exactly what we need. It's exciting in terms of what they can actually do. It'd be interesting to know from you guys what you've identified as the margins in terms of getting this group of players to be actually challenging for qualification.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be obviously having that really strong home record.
Yeah.
Gary, I think that's going to be key for us, Brini. And then you take that knowledge of what's needed then away from home. If you're combining that together, it's always that recipe for getting through the tournament. But first and foremost is that double header in September. It's obviously such a key window. So that'll be the big one for us.
Yeah, and I think, Richard, you want to see Ireland doing well. You've been there, you've done it, you've all been there and done it. And I think from the public point of view as well, you want to see them back there. You want to see them at major tournaments. You know, we want that buzz, and we feel like in those last few games, it was being created again.
Definitely, and just winning games will bring the crowd back and get the crowd on side. And I think what we've lacked, because Ireland traditionally we don't qualify for tournaments. That's the way it has been. We've qualified for a few in our time, so. But we need to be competitive. We need to be in the groups and hopefully fight and come the final day. And I think that's the learning curve for this group of players now. They've had their games, they've had their sort of bedding in period, and hopefully this is the round of games where maybe we won't win the group, but hopefully we can compete and we can be in there and give ourselves a chance.
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, when you look at the group and you're thinking, okay, first place is automatic, second place you have the playoff situation. And then you look at the teams you're up against and you think, okay, we can be involved in the mix here, and that's what you have to. That's the hope you have to have. And I think the players, like Richard mentioned there, the more experience they've gained, the amount of caps that they have now, and I think the know-how of what it takes, that's going to be key.
I'd say that's massive. Yeah, just having that and to keep improving.